fabric of.
Oh,
I
yeah.
tell you, I'm so sure. Like at first we heard all about this asteroid. Now nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
What's the second moon? Is that the
I am
asteroid?
so fucking sure we jumped timelines. Like
Yeah.
I remember, I do some catering on the side or on the main, another gig I've got. And this woman ordered all this stuff for a birthday. Yeah, okay. And then she's sort of like, excuse me, you haven't got back to me. And I'm like, yeah, I did, blah, blah, blah. I remember spending so much time because I had to
Oh,
sort
my
of put something
God.
with it. And I
Yeah.
asking John, and I said, do you remember that? And he goes, yeah. I said, there's nothing on any computer. There's
Oh,
nothing,
wow.
there's no evidence that this has
Wow.
happened,
Actually,
right?
that's I should say that because sometimes lately in the last month, Texas, I see it come through, and when I go to open my phone, it's not there. And then I have to text a person saying, "Did you just send me a
What the
text?"
actual fuck,
Yeah, like that's similar.
right?
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
And this is the other thing that makes me feel it is I've got this set of lights that go in between the yurts, and I know I can see, but I still put the fucking light on, right? So I put the light on, but now the lights configuration's changed,
Oh, wow.
right? So the one that turned the bottom one on now turns the top on. And okay,
Oh,
maybe
wow.
there's no turn. I know, but like, fuck it, I'm going with timeline jumping.
Yeah. And people are becoming more aware. Is this a simulation? What the hell is this? Why is the sun changed? What the weather? Why is the aurora borealis in Queensland when it's supposed to be at the poles? What the fuck is going on?
Well, supposedly that's CERN. You know when I
Yeah,
sent you that
but some people don't
picture of the
say it is. But yeah, the big moon bow.
CERN, right? Well, when I took that, I was like under it, literally. It was over
Wow.
the top here.
Yeah, I went
Like in the
outside after that.
yeah. And there's this ring around it. It was like I could touch it.
Mm,
And it kind of, for me, had depth and dimension. It went up into. And I thought,
yeah.
my first thought was, is that a CERN chamber? And I don't even think about CERN. Like I'm not
Wow.
concerned with
You're
CERN.
not concerned?
With CERN. And I just was like, fuck, okay. But I felt like I was witnessing phenomena. Like
Yeah.
that was not normal,
No, I
you
know
know?
what you mean. I went outside after you texted me, and I felt too. It was like felt like it was closer to Earth as well.
Well, I mean, it's just supposedly it's the closest moon, whatever,
Oh yeah, whatever.
but
But there's
just
something.
something,
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
something like,
Something's up. Like it's bizarre.
I mean, a lot of people are talking about the big reset. And
Yeah.
because The Simpsons last episode was a reset,
Wait, can
how
we
the
just
symptoms.
pause? My phone's
Yeah.
just. I'll just
Oh,
go
yeah.
turn it.
Sure,
I'll
sure.
just pause for 1
Sure,
sec.
sure.
Sorry, my phone
That's
just.
all right.
Yeah, I thought I'd turn the volume off.
I know the
Yeah,
feeling. Look,
yeah.
I have the volume off a lot, but then I can't find the fucker. And everyone tries to ring it for me. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I have to keep the volume on. The same reason. Yeah.
Right? I hate being at its beck and call, but I am.
Mm.
Look, I forgot what I was talking about, so
I
who
think
cares?
we're back to CERN and
Oh,
with
sir, not
the
concerned,
moon bow.
sir.
Yeah,
There was something not normal, dare I
yeah, I
use the
agree.
word, not
Yeah.
congruent. And I mean, the thing is, how fluid are these time? Like, I've always seen this whole thing as a consciousness invasion. As soon as we
Yeah.
get rid of it, like this, whatever simulation, our consciousness, whatever it
Mm.
is we've been drawn into, do we just go back to the original mood? Do we just go back to the original planetoid or whatever?
Yeah.
It's like, is it because there was all the things I remember when I was studying with Drunvalo, it was a lot of stuff about one day we just wake up and they're not here. One day, like the Hopis,
Yeah.
we wake up and they're just gone. We remember
That
the old
sounds
ways.
timeliney, doesn't it? Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm going to draw myself or draw the timeline or magnetize or create the frequency that my vibrate, whatever, can get to the timeline where that happens.
And then you just slip.
Slip right in, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you know? Because there'd be still some parts of the
Yeah.
brain that would be producing the old.
Mm.
You
Well,
I know what things I'd take with me and I know what things
well, that's so interesting because I often think about reincarnation too. And a friend of mine, a friend of a friend died, and they've died like 7 times. And one of the times they died and they come back to life, it wasn't that time. It's very bizarre that that's how many times. This is my friend telling me this story. And apparently one of the times they died, they go to the 7 judges, and the 7 judges are themselves, all aspects of themselves, of him. And that blew my out. So I've been like thinking, because I often wonder, like, I don't want to keep coming back to Earth. I don't want to be here in a robotic age. And I don't want all that grey colour and all that. I don't want to reincarnate if it's going to be like this. So, but if there's 7 of me, where's the other 6? And that means I have to love myself enough so all the Sharons go, it's all right, Sharon, you've done a good job. You're doing your best.
Well, I think that's the whole idea of, in the Egyptian pantheon, it would be you weigh the feather hard against the feather. So you don't have any guilt, blame, shame.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, I had an experience once. So in my cosmology, I talk about dimensions of self. So you could say other incarnations of whatever. And I was just hanging inside, and I was fairly sober, straight, whatever you want to say. So I wasn't tripping balls, but I felt this like a gunshot hit me and ricochet, and I felt to go through my field. And I was like, what the fuck's this? And straight away, this whole vision thing came into me of being shot. And I was on the floor, and I saw who shot me, right? They shot me with was like this ray gun sort of thing. It wasn't a bullet. It was to dismantle the field. It was very like spiritual warfare shit.
Wow.
Anyway, this dimension of self died. And I don't feel I've died in this reality.
Yeah, right.
Still early in the morning, right? And so I followed this dimension of self. And it took about 49 days. And I figured that was representative of the Bardo state that the Buddhists talk about, that in between.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I could feel it being pulled into this sort of, machine, if you will, like pulled into this dimension, this reality, whatever. And I kept pulling myself back into essence.
Wow. Oh, my God. That's reminded me. You reminded me of when I did DMT with this lovely shaman woman, but that was so interesting because I thought I was going to have the fun time being an artist and going in. I can't wait to see all the visions, and it was just living hell. Like I had the first went in, and then it was all so thick, and I remember all the cogs turning, and there was all those like faces and all this, and it was all just so thick, but it was the most beautiful colors, like South American colors and purples and turquoise and sort of art like Chris Dyer art, like, but tacky as well, but
kind of 70s funk.
Yeah, but also then I just started bawling, crying, grieving, like guttural, like howling, weeping. And then the shaman gave me a bucket that I'm like, vomiting invisible vomit into a bucket, nothing in there, just and bawling.
Oh no, I like my trips a bit more glamorous. I agree with you.
I usually have the best acid trips, never have bad trips, nothing. And this was like so bad, like I was grieving, I was just bawling. And then she gave me the second one, and I said, what the fuck was that? That was terrible. And she goes, it's all right, it's just clearing out, ready for the next one. You ready? And I go, okay, here I go again. Go back, it's all the same horrible heaviness, but thick, all like a cog machine, with all the and then a woman's voice going shh, like a goddess going shh, and then I was just horrible, and I'm bawling, and then I said, what is that again? And she goes, it's all right, the third time will be better, like go back down this. And it was again hell.
She's selling it.
Awful, but that's worried me ever since. Like, what was that? Like, am I in some sort of machine? And the crying, I felt so good later. My eyes felt good. It was like I needed to purge that generation. Like maybe that was ancestral. She believed it was ancestral because I was vomiting up for a line of ancestry.
How did you have it? Was it smoke?
Yes.
How was the DM? Smoke? Yeah.
Smoke.
3 businessman's trip. Because it only takes 15, 20 minutes. Well, they called it the businessman's trip because you can have it at time because it only takes you 15, 20 minutes.
Totally.
Right? The first time Johnny and I had it, we were up here and we were going to go to South America and do ayahuasca with Stuart Wilde.
Wow.
There's some fucking bullshit to look up. Anyway, blah, blah. I got into the eye and went, hell no, this is not for us, blah, blah, blah. But hey, we're in the drug capital of Australia. It was at that time anyway. And so we went into a shop and they gave us DMT. Like I said, I told them what we wanted to do. And said, okay, I'll bring this out for you. It was, you know, mislabeled and everything. But anyway, so that was
Wow.
it. So New Year's Eve, and we went home and we closed all the doors and everything up so we couldn't hear anything. And we had the DMT. And of course, I thought it would be romantic if the two of us did it at the same time, you know?
Yeah, it's not separate.
So
So
we had it in a pipe, right? Like
yeah,
neither smoked at that stage. So it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, fuck, rough as guts. So we had the thing, and I'm like, oh, I look over at Johnny and he's in a fucking panic, right? He's gone into and I'm like, oh, fuck, babe, I've taken off. I can't come back, you know? And I'm like, breathe. Like I can hear myself like, breathe. Anyway, my experience of it, my understanding of it, whatever, is that it shoots you up so quickly through the fear bubble
Yeah.
and then out the construct. You actually feel what it's like out of the construct.
Mm.
So, but you've got to go through the fear bubble first. And I think you got stuck in it.
Yeah, because I've done it before, and other times I've seen nature, been laughing, giggling, and seen
And a lot of
birds.
geometries and all different
Yeah,
things.
but that time was
Yeah.
bizarre. That was the only
And
time.
then when he got out, like he got out of the construct, it was like he said, it was like I felt one with all the hippies. I felt like I was in that, you know, like peace, love, nation, you know, that sort of.
Wow.
But
So I got stuck in the fear
so
bubble.
that
Yeah.
dark room, yeah, the fear bubble, that dark room that we set up.
Yeah.
So the first experience of it, or the first, it used to be 3 days, but I've seen it happen quicker, particularly if you can process. So the first experience, if you will, melatonin balances itself.
I've heard
So
about
in the
this.
dark now, we're not eating or drinking. Yeah, right. We're drinking water. We're drinking some juice, maybe some tea if we want, or broth if you have to have, but like better with nothing, right? And because you're in the dark, you're not in the same thing. You're not stimulated to eat. It's a different experience.
Wow.
So the first bit is melatonin balances. Then the next phase, pineal is released from the pineal. So you start to see it, right? Then the next phase, DMT floods the body for about 3 days. It's fucking wild, right? And it's like, I'm like going, oh, fuck, I don't think this shit's working, but can someone move that pyramid and dolphin out of the way? I can't see past it.
Oh, my.
Like it's so natural, you know what I mean? It hasn't come on in, so it's body's made it happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, well, that's where I got my upload, download, reload. That's where I had my experience literally outside of the construct.
How
You know,
fantastic. Wow, that's
so
amazing. That's so interesting.
I'll have to put you in the dark room, Darls. I'd like to see you go through that fear bubble.
Oh my God, I want to get through. Yeah, because most other times I've been through it, the fear bubble, been out there.
But hang on, I'm really fucking excited about this. I don't know, artists, this creative portal we can together. We can get Mrs. Forager because fuck, that woman knows plants.
Oh my God,
like,
she does. She's just she's amazing.
Right? Yeah. And she can fucking sit with it. Like it's one thing to point it out, but it's another thing to make
she's double threat. Yeah, triple threat.
She'll grace us with her presence.
Yeah.
And and start graving runes. I mean, please, yes.
Yeah.
But I think we can create, because we've got the glamping set up.
Oh,
you know,
let's start. I want to do a retreat. I'd love to do that. Like we can teach them.
You know, we can start off with like 8 women, something like that.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we're supposed to, you can have boys too.
Yeah.
But, you know, I always think of women because it's like they're like in my community or in my little huddle, ones I feel like I'm making the juju with. Yeah. You know, the men are the ones we heal. Yeah. Whereas the women are the ones we,
All women go back to their communities and then they'll set up, like they spread it more. And the man's more, self-healing because he's trauma, but, too, he's more about, whereas women are more fast at healing. It's like we've had to have such a collective of trauma for so many years. It's like, it's sort of like we're used to it, that it's quicker for us. It's not as shocking.
Do you think it's childbirth? Like the idea that you go through a fucking thing and you just got to get up because you got to look after this thing. You know what I mean? Like you just got to fucking, I mean, I haven't had that, so that's probably why I'm not engaged.
Yeah, my sister
you know what I mean?
My sister hasn't had children either, but she's got cats, and but she's she would, for my kids, like she used to come up when Freya was really sick when she was a baby. My sister came up and she was like, she felt like the mother. So I can see the mother in even women that don't have children.
Oh, I
If
feel that
anything,
the cats.
sometimes I think they're a nicer mother because they haven't had the children.
Yeah, and you can give it back. I'm telling you.
Yeah, and you've never yelled and
You don't have the responsibility.
all
Yeah.
the guilt. Yeah.
Mother's guilt. Mother's guilt's real.
It's
Anyway,
horrible.
you can be a mother, still comes the artist thing. But I think that could be really exciting, you know,
I'd love to do that.
just, yeah, we should use my place here as the East Coast,
Oh,
what do you
let's
call
do
it?
it.
Like pillion.
So
You know what I mean?
we've
Like you're the inland pillion, you're the, you know.
And this is the
And
coastal temple. Yeah.
love it. That's my thing for
Oh my God, we
gotta
could
get
teach
out.
like tarot cards. I could teach a palmistry course. We could do like 3 days of different workshops, like exciting
I
stuff.
know. And you could make like a fair and you could come to each thing. Like you might go, oh, look, I don't really want to learn pottery, but I want to learn or I really need help with this potting bit, you know, or you can do it all, of course. But yeah, some can stay on site.
Wow, what a
you
great
guys can stay in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny's just in the process now of selling his dental equipment because he's
Wow.
retired from
I'll smoke this joint while we're talking like this because this will be edited.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, well, I always smoke online. I mean, I smoke in the thing. It's up to you.
Okay. Oh, cool. I didn't know. I didn't see you smoking, so I thought.
Oh, no, not yet, because I'm trying to stay coherent. I had a smoke before we started, and I was like, oh, did I do the right thing then?
That's what I'm saying with me. I did the same thing, but I think we're doing well. But this retreat.
So do I. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
I'd love to do it. Let's work it out.
I think so. I think we should definitely look at it for 2025 because it will take us that long to get our shit
together.
Yeah. But
this time.
Because I wanted to do a thing here called Psychic Saturday, only because it was illiterate. You know, I love those two things. I love everything that has the same letter. I'm a real fucking weirdo.
Oh, it's sick.
Right? So the idea being that because we've got a few tents, like those big bell tents, it's like one could be a reader in there, one could so you come there, you know, and one could be lecturing 10 till 12 or 10 till, you know, small ones, maybe half-hour ones. There'd be a lunch served, you know, or you've got a picnic lunch. You could go and look around, you know, something like that, where it's sort of like that's what the thing is. You've been on the property, you haven't been into it very much, but you know where it is. It's fucking, there's portals. It's the last remaining rainforest in Myokum. It's got this spring here that is, no matter what gets at it, there's still water in it, you know?
Wow.
And it's just, yeah, it's special. So I think that it needs to be used. I mean, look, my stuff, people, I either get conscious curious or conscious committed. Right? And if like conscious curious, they can come and do, you know, the Claim Embody Radiate series. They can have a reading, whatever. Conscious committed, they come and do the like consciousness warrior training. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So it's like conscious committed are few and far between. It's not for everyone, as you know. But maybe we could have them now more as like an artist thing. You know, they could start and like an artist retreat or a artist residence for a few months. Sort of thing. You know, like,
wow. Yeah.
I don't know, but the place needs to be used more is my thing.
Well,
say that it's more because I
want to do a
special.
I'd love
I think that's going to be
you know,
I think it'd be really good. And you know, I can cater it. Make some food.
How about yours?
And if Forage is here, I'll leave it to her.
Oh yeah.
Chanterelle, sorry, I got to get the names right.
No,
like,
I do this too. That's a mushroom name. Yeah. And then my mushroom name.
What's your mushroom name going to be?
Mine's Shamanita.
Oh, okay. I like that.
What about yours, Vicky?
I don't know.
We need a
Vicky Vale.
Oh, Vale. Yeah, Vicky Vale.
No, I'll be the veil around.
Oh,
you know,
I love that.
Like
the bridal veil.
Yeah, you know how they drop down that kind of weird thing that looks like a DNA?
There's one with a lace veil. It's called the bridal veil, but we'll call you the Vicky Veil. Fuck off. I love that.
I love it. Me too. Oh, I feel a card coming on. I feel something.
I can't.
So what's coming up for you now? Like, what apart from the fact that we're going to do this fabulous fair and we're going to do all this fabulous stuff?
I reckon a
What
retreat.
what's coming up for you right now?
Oh, okay. What I
Like,
got?
how many more tea
Okay, so
parties this year?
so I've just finished my mushroom folk oracle deck, the one you bought an original from it, and so
Oh
hopefully
my
you'll be
God.
on. I've requested that one or another out of 3 be on the front cover. So there's a choice that your one's either going to be on the front cover or this one I've
Oh,
got
that's
hanging up.
special.
Yeah, so we don't know what the publisher will choose, but it's published with Blue Angel and it's going to be out next year, going all around the world. And I'm so excited about that because that was like 2 years of painting, and because it was all done in oil painting, and yeah, and so
I know, I can smell it.
yeah, it's still drying.
I
It's
can smell it. Love it.
still drying. Yeah.
So there's that. Now you told me you were doing a cannabis deck.
Yes. So I'm also doing a tarot deck, a mushroom tarot, and that's going to be with Blue Angel. But I'm doing a cannabis tarot deck, and that's just going to be. I want to do a Kickstarter for that, so I want to put that up on Kickstarter and get hopefully people to help me fund it, and then I can self-publish that one. So I can do. I just want it bling. I want it like green.
Hey, listen, if our media takes off, I'll fucking publish it for you.
Oh my God!
Don't worry about that.
Well, it's going to take me
I've
at
got
least
a
a
meeting
year.
tomorrow with Penguin for distribution. We'll see how we go.
I'm so proud of you. Good on you, Vicky. That's great.
Well, right,
Yeah.
like I said, I've got just curious, and I got those committed ones. The committed ones will find me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we'll rock worlds.
Well, same with, like in the past, I've been ripped off by people with my art, like a publisher and things like that. It's a wonder I kept going, with the things that have.
I know, right?
And yeah, the money and just having to like just push, and yeah, like for myself, like how could I give up anyway? What am I supposed to do? I don't want to work at Woolworths. I don't want to work in a factory. That's just me. I
Oh
can't.
my God. You went to
Yeah.
Woolworths and you'd be there, all the displays would be like, that'd be like, you'd look in there, you go, I can see a symbol in those lovely tea bags. You know what I mean?
I'd make an oracle out of the vegetable stall. Like,
how's your carrot today? No, seriously, right? You can't keep the art out of the girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true.
And you can't keep an art down. You have to express.
Yeah, 100%.
It's it.
I know so much to express. Sometimes I think, God, am I going to live enough? I've got so much to do. But yeah, the cannabis deck is so exciting to me because it's just like.
So we're going to self-fund that. We're going to try to do it, but that's happening. We've got the mushroom one now. It's about to go out.
Yeah.
We've got. Tell me about the tea parties. Have you got any more of those going?
I've got one. Yeah, this Saturday, and I've got another one on the 7th of December. There's still 4 places left for December, and then I'm going to do next year some palm ones and charm throwing. And
oh my God. Okay, let's talk about the charm throwing thing because that was wild. Okay, so Sharon has a divination technique.
Yeah.
And it's different charms, etc., that she's collected over the centuries. Last week. And she casts the charm over the board, which acts as the map. And then, it goes on from there. But it's unique. Sometimes if you're a reader and someone's throwing cards out in front of you, it's like your own understanding of the cards kicks in.
Yes.
Or, you're playing with that. Whereas when someone's reading for you from a modality or something completely different, you can't hijack.
Yes. Oh, that's a good point. Right? Yeah.
It's like fucking wow.
It is. I did with readings.
It's visual. It's not like lots of words.
No.
So it's like, on mine, I had an aeroplane over the travel area, which is hilarious because everybody knows I never fucking go anywhere. So here it is. Yeah. What I mean is, like that for me, engaged in a different way of, you got opportunity to travel, you know? So it was like,
I love really the 3-dimensional tactile, and I love the things about it. How you can collect little things and it makes a noise and you're picking out, and the cuteness of it, and it's really straightforward, like that airplane on travel. I mean, what the fuck? What else can you say? You're going over the water, like you're traveling on a plane. Like it's so literal. And that's what I love about it. Not airy fairy. It's a really good way to end a reading as well. And
yeah, it's like the chef's kiss. You know, that little cherry on. And here it is for you, darling.
The hero.
Because I want to get some of those in the shop too, mainly because
Yeah.
in our online store. But in the meantime, I'll put links here to yours
Oh,
because you can purchase stuff. Because once you have a reading, you kind of want to,
yeah.
can I,
You know,
you
you can
know,
do
like
it
you want
for
more.
yourself. Yeah. And it's so
Mm-hmm.
fun to do for yourself. Visitors come, everyone gets joy. It's like 15 minutes of
Yeah.
joy. You pull it out, people go, what is this? Yeah. And
There's no reading, so you don't have to get your glasses.
yeah, and it's not heavy, it's light, but it can be heavy and deep as well. But yeah,
Right? It
yeah,
really can be. We had the deluxe version. We had the palm, we
yeah,
had tarot, and we
yeah,
had the palm casting.
yes,
Yeah. So you can have that, or you can just have like a reading itself, like with just the tarot or the charm, etc.
yeah,
Anyway, I'll send you your website.
yeah. Okay, great.
On
Thank
the
you.
website, you'll get to see Sharon's transport. No, it's not a broom. It's a wagon. Paint your wagon. It is the most amazing fucking thing. That's sort of where I first connected with you. Is I'd seen a picture of it somewhere, and I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
this woman's doing this is so fucking cool. And so then it was like after a while I started to see the art in shops because you were doing illustrations for people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh wow, wow. And then when I saw online, and what had happened was I saw this picture of the mushroom lady online and I couldn't even. Like I think I had like $1,000 in the bank. I was like, I want that. I'm having that. That's fine. Anyway, so it sort of went from there, So
I
the
love
mushrooms have
that.
brought us together.
I know. That's my favorite painting in the whole deck. And I loved it because before I sold it to you, said, yes, I had a look at you and went, oh my God, she's cosmic. She's amazing. Yes, I want my painting to be adopted by her. Because I really
Yeah,
like.
you don't want it some fucking
No,
asshole. I mean,
I
come
don't.
on.
Like, I wouldn't let Bill Gates buy any of my paintings. I don't care how many millions.
I would. I'd put a Trojan horse in it though. I'd put a
Oh,
Trojan
yeah.
horse in it that he's, you know what I mean? It'd be like every time you look at this dude, it
Yeah.
erodes what's left.
Yeah.
Psyche. Something
That's,
like that,
yeah.
Come here, Billy. I'm
Yeah,
yours.
that's true. You're right. That would be good. We could spell. Yeah.
I know. I'm a bit of an evil creature at times.
Real. I love it.
Well, the Sekhmets were warriors. We're
Yeah,
not
that's right.
domestic. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
took me a while. That it was like, living a different life. Like I don't live the life of a mother 2.0
Mm,
kids, mother,
yeah.
and I don't have, my network is different. Most of my
Yeah.
network are people that, have been in crisis.
Mm,
So that's how
yeah.
I know them. I didn't meet them at a party. Hi, how you going?
Yeah, I know what
And
you
when
mean.
we go somewhere, like they go, say, Johnny be with me. And they go, oh, what do you do, Johnny? And he go, I'm a dentist. Oh, fucking hate dentists.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Yeah,
and I
exactly.
think he's so deep. So many of the guys wouldn't get him. I mean, he
Yeah.
can
Oh, he's
talk football,
beautiful.
but he's a, so the women love talking to him. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because he's
Yeah.
so interesting and
And
he
gentle.
kind of listens,
Yeah.
like they haven't listened to him forever.
Yeah.
But honestly, the reading that he had with you, for particularly the palm,
Yeah.
it's like it's engaged him in such a way that he's remembering his spark. It's like, look at all
Oh,
the
wow.
things I've got for me. Look at,
Oh,
you
that's
know what I
beautiful.
mean? Like, when you get sick, the psyche takes a dump too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
The sickness is part like of the
That's
mind
all
being
part
able
of
to,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
100%.
taken a risk like that,
Wow, that's so
and
beautiful.
I think too, it's retiring from clinical dentistry,
Yeah.
a daughter, and then whatever's not congruent or whatever comes up and out.
Yeah.
And I
Wow.
think it's that final thing. I mean, he's still doing, when I say consultations, he has the kinesiology and he
Wow.
developed modality. Yeah, that like he can go in, he does some healing stuff on the teeth, and people often don't have to have anything done.
What the hell? What?
Meridian
I
or
didn't know all
whatever.
this. I didn't know he was a
Yeah.
dentist.
but- So yeah, yeah.
That's that
So
satin thing I kept seeing in his palm. All the satin.
and the thing is, it's like the family made him. It wasn't like he woke up one
Mm,
day and was teeth. It
yeah.
was like want to be a doctor because like that's what they were expected to go into because
Yeah.
his sister was a doctor, so he became a dentist.
Wow.
Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So really his crafting kind of then translated into the crystal cutting because he sees the teeth as crystal. So, you
Oh
know,
my God, that's
like his
fantastic.
artistry, one of the
Yeah.
things he used to do so well was he'd reconstruct with veneers, like a
Wow.
smile, because people can't afford crowns and all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So but he could do it in such a way that he would
Oh,
sculpt, if you will, you
wow.
know? So
Yeah.
he'll be missed, but he can still help people with the healing of it. So what happened was we had a surgery in Byron, and he had this thing where the woman's come in, she's in pain, he's x-rayed, there's no holes, whatever. And he starts talking to her saying, well, what else is going on? She's like, I've got a sore arm here and it's the lung tooth and all this. And he said, well, what's going on in your life? And her dog just died.
Wow.
And it was
Oh,
a long companion, and it was the lung tooth, which is grief,
wow.
you know, so he energy and the fucking thing went, and Bob's your
Oh,
uncle. He was like, oh
because
my
all
God,
they
thanks so
all
much.
attached to meridians. Yeah, each tooth.
Glands, meridians, etc. And like, just amazing. So he's going to go
Wow.
down that route, and I
Oh,
think it's
that's
going to be so
insane.
great for him,
I've had quite a few
right?
teeth problems. Like I'd
Oh,
like
really?
to
Well, when you
talk to him
come
about them.
here, yeah,
Yeah.
do, because really good at it. Like
Oh my
I haven't
God,
had any.
because I'm concerned. Like I've got veneers and um
Oh no,
yeah,
he's your guy.
yeah, wow. Okay,
And
that's
so he's gonna go down that road. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's
So
beautiful.
anyway, I think in saying that, when I started that one, it was because that room's going to be spare.
Oh wow.
We'll either put a crystal bed in there and an
Yeah.
oxygen machine, something like that, or we'll just have it as accommodation. I don't know. I
Oh
mean,
wow, that's fantastic.
it's good to have choice, but it's like
Oh, I
too much
love
choice.
it. Yeah. I can't wait. I'll come down. We'll come down and visit. We're planning early December.
Right?
Yeah.
Good,
Straight
good.
after my
And
B
then
day.
we'll organise something. We'll get it
Yeah.
sorted. At
Well,
least once they've seen the place, they can see what the potentials are. We could do that. We could do that sort of
and we can
thing.
download together. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know if the world's ready for that. That'll be cause a pole shift.
Oh my God. Well, a time slip. Just Rocky Horror
Back
Show.
to when we were 30 but knew everything we know now. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, that's it. Oh, it was so good to talk to you.
I know. So we'll definitely do it again.
Yeah.
And we'll let people know what's coming up for you, how to get in contact with some of your great groovy offerings and experiences, and
Yeah.
make the East Coast one come alive. So if they can't,
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That was
they
so
can't get to the
good.
brook, they can come to the beach, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. We'll
It's starting to
see what
break
we can
up
cook up. And oh, pooey. All right. Well, we'll
a
see what we
little
can
bit.
cook up.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Vicky.
So
Yeah.
lots of love to you, and
Yeah.
we'll speak soon.
Okay.
And
No